Dear student, Assalamu alaikum. I hope all of you are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. Dear student, I am Muhammad Shahjahan, Assistant Professor, Department of Accounting, Milestone College, Uttara, Dhaka. Dear student, today we will discuss chapter 10. Dear student, this is our 12th lecture on this chapter and this is financial statement. Dear student, you know that this is the most important chapter for our exam. Dear student, after this lecture, you will be able to find the amount of gross profit or loss of a business. You can prepare income statement. You can prepare financial statement. Dear student, let's comes to our today's problem. Dear student, this is CQ6 from your books. Dear student, I hope all of you are with you, books and copies. Dear student, take your books so you can easily see the question, easily understand. Dear student, this is CQ6 from your books and look at the requirement. Calculate the amount of cost of goods sold considering net sales is this. Dear student, that means net sales is given and we have to find out the amount of cost of goods sold. Dear student, if you can remember the formula of cost of goods sold, net sales minus gross profit, net sales minus gross profit. Dear student, net sales minus gross profit equals to cost of goods sold. Look at net sales is given here and gross profit. Look at the questions. Shotadal Enterprise and gross profit 1,28,000. That means gross profit also given. So only simple. If you know the formula, just only one subtraction. If you can subtract, you can do this math. So look at the solution. Net sales 3,56,000 it is given and gross profit also given. Just only subtraction. Cost of goods sold 2,28,000. I hope all of you can. Net sales minus gross profit equals to cost of goods sold. Now requirement B, prepare comprehensive income statement. That means we have to prepare income statement. Dear student, you know the formula of income statement. At first we have to write the gross profit because gross profit is given here. If gross profit is not here, then we have to write at first net sales, then cost of goods sold, then gross profit. So gross profit is given. Now after gross profit, we have to subtract the operating expenses. Whatever operating expenses we have in the question. Let's see the question, dear student. Drawings capital, it is not expense, it is asset. Salary, yes, this is an expenditure. Then uh, commission, it is also an expenses. Interest and investment income, so very few expenses. And house rent received for 2 years, that means here also an expense, house rent. Then depreciation we have expense and commission receivable. So let's come to the math. Gross profit it is given. Salary 72,000. Add due 72,000. Where would get due? Look at the question. Salary for 6 months 72,000. You know that we are doing accounting for 1 year. So if it is for 6 months 72,000, that means for the next 6 months we have to pay another amount of 72,000. So total amount of salary 72,000 at due salary 72,000 equals to 1,44,000. Then another expenses I have told you, commission. Look at commission in the debit side, commission in the credit side. Debit one is expense, credit one is income. So this 3,000 is our expense. That's why I have written here commission 3,000. And last one is depreciation. Look at charge 7.5% depreciation on office equipment. Dear student, look at the office equipment. Office equipment is 2,40,000. 2,40,000. Then 2,40,000 into 7.5%. So into 7.5 divided by 100. Into 7.5 divided by 100. Take your calculator, dear student. 2,40,000 and press into 7.5 and then divide by 100 and the amount is 18,000. The amount is 18,000. Dear student, now total operating expense. Look at salary at due. Total salary is 1,44,000, commission 3,000 and depreciation of office equipment 18,000. So total of these three expenditure is 1,65,000. 65,000. Dear student, we have gross profit 1,28,000. We have operating expenses 1,65,000. That means operating expenses is greater than the gross profit. Whatever profit we have earned, the expenditure is more than that. So it is loss. That's why I have written here operating loss, negative figure 37,000 operating loss. Then next step is add other income. Add other income. We have to add other income. Look at the math. What are the other income? Other income, you know, the income which is not related to normal activities of business. It is extra income or extra expenses. That is other income or other expenses. Look at here. This is not income. House rent income. Yes, house rent is not the business of the company. So they receive extra money 6,000. This is other income. Then interest on investment. Look at, they have 1 lakh taka investment. They invested it 1/116. That means 1st January of 2016. So they will get interest for 1 year. 1 lakh into 8%. That means 1 lakh into 8 divided by 100. 1 lakh into 8 divided by 100. Then it will be interest on investment. And commission received 2,000. This is also another income. And interest on investment, earlier I have told you this is income. And 10% mortgage loan, the interest of this one will be the expenditure. Look at the solution now, dear student. House rent income, I have told you 6,000 and less advance. That means we have received advance 3,000. So net income for this year is 3,000. How I get it is advance? Dear student, look at the math. House rent 6,000, and in the adjustment house rent received for 2 years. That means this 6,000 for 2 years. So 1 year's amount is advance. That's why house rent 6,000 minus advance 3,000. So 3,000 is my income. Then interest and investment 4,000 plus unearned. How it is unearned? Earlier I have told you. Let me repeat it. 8% investment, 1 lakh, 8%, it is 8,000. It is 1 lakh into 8 divided by 100, it is 8,000. So in the math it is given 4,000. That means 4,000 is due. 4,000 we have to add it. So total 8,000. And commission received 2,000 and unearned 2,000. Where I get this 2,000? Look at the adjustment. Commission receivable 2,000. So dear student, this 3,000 income, 8,000 income, 4,000 income, total for 15,000 other income. Earlier we have 37,000 loss, now 50,000 income. So loss decrease. Now it is 22,000 less other expense. Interest on mortgage loan. Look at the student, we have taken loan 1,20,000 and 10% I have to give interest. So what will be the amount of interest? 1,20,000 into 10%. It is 12,000, and we have taken this loan 1st of February 2017. We are doing accounting for June. So February, March, April, May, June. We have to give interest for 5 months. Dear student, now calculate. Take your calculator. 1,20,000 into 10%. That means 12,000 into 5 divided by 12. That means 5,000. That means 5,000. It is interest on mortgage loan. We have to add it because interest on mortgage loan expenses, loss add. So net loss is 27,000. I hope you understand. Dear student, now statement of financial position. Dear student, in the financial position, you know that we have to show the list of asset and liabilities and equities. So dear student, we have asset, office equipment, less accumulated depreciation, then it is our net office equipment. Then 8% investment, you have seen earlier 1 lakh taka. This is also our another asset. Then current asset, we have note receivable, we have unearned interest on investment. We have calculated, we show calculation earlier. Unearned in commission and closing stock, all of are your asset. So this is our total asset 4,69,000. I hope all of you understand. Dear student, now owner's equity and liability. Dear student, our owner's equity is 2,43,000. And dear student, 10% mortgage loan, it is our liability. Due salary, it is also a liability. Notes payable, it is also a liability. House rent, it is liability. And due interest on mortgage loan, also liability. So total amount of liability is 2,69,000. That means whatever we have total asset, same amount we have total amount of liabilities. This is called, dear student, financial statement. Dear student, I hope all of you understand. Dear student, so total asset will be equals to owner's equity and liability. Thank you very much. May Allah help